What I love about living in a tiny house is, first of all, to be in a space which I created. Nobody told me it should be this way or this way. It's all me, my personality. Yeah? And I have to say, I don't have to clean a lot. That's a beauty too. Yeah, it's not time consuming. It just feels right. I needed a place to stay because I separated from my husband, and then I came to my friend's house, whom I had asked could I stay here, and she was in the kitchen, I was in the living room, and there was a book, Tiny House. I opened it up, looked at it, and right away, that's what I want. And it was written, you do it yourself? Yeah, I can do it, I will do it. And there was no doubt in that regard. I don't know where I took this kind of confidence. I have no idea, yeah. And yeah, so that was it, that I thought, okay, I need a place and I want to build it myself and I want to learn. It was a challenge. At that time I was going to be 62. And I saw this is an opportunity to do something which is totally different, and that's where it started in reality. At that time, for 1 year, I did lots of research, listened to lots of people who had building experience, but I knew I had to adjust it to my needs, and that's what I did. And after 1 year, I started to build it. There was a person who said, oh, I heard you like to build a tiny house. I have a trailer. I don't need it anymore. You can have it. And so I bought this rusty trailer, and then I found somebody said to me, oh, Brigitte, I heard you like to build a tiny house. What about, do you need somebody? I have somebody who is looking for work. And I said, yeah, sure, let's meet. And we met, and the only thing what I had, I said, you know what, I like you to be very precise, and I like you to teach me how to do it. It hasn't to go fast, but I want to learn. And that's what he did. And so I worked with him for almost 1 year. And yeah, and you can see the result. So the trailer is 8 foot wide and 18 foot long. I built it that I can take it on the road anytime without any permission. I wanted to have one side closed in with a wall, so that I can put certain things onto it and put most windows on that side where the door is. So when I sit, so that I have the view outside. And I am very lucky that I have a really nice view now onto my garden, onto the mountains, so I am really happy about that. It is almost living room, and what we call kitchen is almost one thing. And then I have the loft, which is 8 by 8. This sitting area, which I can use to sleep. I can push this into the corner and here, so that someday if I am not able to climb up anymore, so I could sleep here, or I had visitors who slept here already. The cost of the tiny house, I wrote everything down, and I would say with everything what's in, without my labor, but with the labor of my helper, was around 30,000 at that time. So 6 years ago. When I read now, you can buy a tiny house, 75,000, 80,000. I was lucky, yeah. And I could only do it with the help of friends and family. Yeah, so that is something where we help each other, and I believe that that's a way of beauty too. Everybody, when they come, can, now my son-in-law can see, oh, look, the window, I put them in, yeah. So and the kids too, they see it, yeah. When some people say, was it hard? The hardest part was to make decision. Yeah, what should I use? How should I? Why this? Why not this? Yeah, and every builder has a different opinion. And so at the end, I had to make the decision and to overcome my fear to make a wrong decision. I have been here for 5 years now. I pay to be here on that property, and it includes electricity and internet, and I pay $300 for it. And that is something which is really helpful, because I knew when I would get a pension that my pension would be a minimum pension, and the rent here, I mean, I believe now almost everywhere is very high. And if I would rent a normal place, more than 2/3 of my income would be for rent, and the rest maybe for utility, maybe then for food, and nothing else. And in this case, it gives me the opportunity to save some money and do something with the money which I still feel I would like to do. So my power, I get it through an extension cord. I have, if I say only 15 amps, that means I have to be very conscious. I have a heater over there. It is an oil radiant heater. And here in this area, we have maybe 2 weeks of where we get -10 to -15. That's no problem. I still have 19 to 20 Celsius inside here. My water, I take a pail and get the water from the main house. In the winter, I can go into the basement and get the water over there. I carry it, and a friend of mine gave a used RV water tank, and I fill that just up by hand. And then I have an electric water pump and a space water heater, electric, and can wash my dishes, can open up the tap. It looks like running water. And I decided not to have a shower here inside because of condensation. That is something, they are all outside walls. And okay, in the summer you can have a shower and the door can be open and all the water can evaporate, but in the winter it stays in. So I decided I don't want to deal with that, so I have a shower outside from May on. In the winter time, I never wash myself and shower. No, in the winter time I go to my daughter's place, who is living here. If she wouldn't live here, then I could go to the swimming pool. They offer showers for $2, that's not a problem. And not to have running water, the good thing is I don't have to deal with a freezing water line. The toilet, I have a pail here inside where I can go do my little business at the night. I don't have to go out. Otherwise, I have a compost toilet outside. For me, it isn't a big problem to go outside. And if I get older and feel it is a big problem, I am able to install here a compost toilet inside. But right now I say, no, let's get out into the fresh air. In winter, very often I have to shovel first the snow, and that's good too. Gives me some exercise. To go into town, I have an electric bike, and if I feel lazy or whatever, not well, then I can take the bus. There is a bus too. And grocery, it's not a problem at all. I can have it on my bike. And then, as I said, when my daughter is living here and my son-in-law, they have a car, so they will help out anyway. And that's where I wash my clothes too. So I bought a washing machine and said, okay, you have it in your place, but I use it. And that's something in general which I like to share. We don't need everything by ourselves. I feel this is should be a normal way how we can live together and learn to share. It's not only good for the environment, it's good for our pocket money too, yeah? So that's my approach to life in general. You know, sometimes people say, oh, I admire you because that you live so simple. And I have to say, I have the advantage growing up in a different way. So for me, I am not afraid that I can't handle the things. The way how I grew up was with 4 brothers, my mom, we had 1 living room, 1 kitchen, 2 bedrooms, an outdoor toilet, no running water. We had to go to the middle of the village to pump the water in, carry it, and even wash all our clothes by hand, yeah? And we had no shower, though we had just a bowl and washing clothes, and there we washed our body. And that was normal at that time. And I never felt dirty. And that's why I don't feel dirty if I don't have a shower every day. Yeah, so that's not a problem to me. And to carry the water in is not a problem either. My daughter is already a different generation, and she said, Mom, why you don't bring in the running water? This is crazy. And then I say, but I don't want to have to deal with all the other stuff. But you can do it this and this. I don't want to, like this, yeah? What I feel is if you get exposed to different ways of living, then you don't have to feel afraid for the future if things change. So if things change, if we don't have enough water and you learned how to save water, that helps you to deal with it. In the summer I do lots of gardening, for sure. I grow all my vegetables, more than enough, and I share it again with other people. I feel that's good too. I preserve my food, make jam, make kale chips. And then in the winter time, I do some knitting. I volunteer. I am a member of the book club, and I decided to learn to play the piano. Then I meet friends once a week for a cup of coffee. Yeah, I never feel bored.
Please share this video if you liked it. Also, be sure to subscribe to Exploring Alternatives and check out our playlists for more stories like this. Thanks for watching.